Hello guys, if you are watching this video, I know you are preparing for CAT and you must be having a feeling that almost 6 months are remaining. How should I strategize? What should I do to crack it? And few of you might be wondering, अब तो बहुत कम दिन बचे हैं, अब शायद नहीं होगा. But believe me, every year students come to us and they crack CAT even this late. Although this is not late, but even this late they crack CAT. I vividly remember examples of Arpit Sahu, who is joining IIM Lucknow this time. Anushka Gupta, who is joining IIM Kozhikode this time. They both they joined late and they were our students and they cracked it. And several other examples which I am not remembering currently. So every year we get people who are able to do it. So from our experience, from what I have seen CAT from all these years, I started preparing students for CAT in the year 2002. So from my experience, there are few things that I would like to share. So please watch this video till the very end. Here comes the first thing. First thing is what? First thing is June. So what should you do in June? That is this month. What should you do in this month? Well, first is start devoting 2 to 3 hours for QA and make this month as a month to develop basics. So build on your basics. Basics what? First, focus on arithmetic, focus on algebra, focus on number systems, focus on geometry. Now, why should you focus on these 4 areas? Because most of the questions which are asked in CAT are from these areas. So these should be your focus areas. Build basics. Watch concept videos. For example, we have uploaded several concept videos at our platform. You can buy a book, or you can always subscribe to us. You can always join our course. But whatever you do, find material from where you can develop basics. Watch videos, watch or attend sessions of people who can help you improve these particular areas. Fine. This is especially important for people who are non-technical. That is, they don't have they didn't have math in their 11th and 12th. For them, it is quintessential. Start working on it. Next area is DLR. What should you do for DLR? Devote 1 to 2 hours. DLR is more of practice and less of theory, but devote this month to build basics on varieties of DI. Now, when people say data interpretation or DI, they know only few things, like they know what is a bar graph or what is a line graph, but believe me, there are other varieties as well. In CAT, once they asked spider graph. People who were acquainted with spider graph, they were able to do it with ease. But people who were not knowing about it, they found it very tough to crack that particular DI. So solve all the varieties of DI, and when we say DI, work on ratios, work on percentages. These are some areas you should be good at for solving DI. And in CAT, normally out of those 4 cases in DLR section, one set is normally from DI. Rest all the 3 are from LR. So the next thing is work on your LR. In LR, focus on analytical reasoning. What do you mean by analytical reasoning? Where they ask you to rank people, like who was first, who was second, or you have to make a matrix and find that, okay, there are few people, they have cars of different colors and they live in different homes and they have different professions. So matching and then finding who is what, who is not. This is termed as analytical reasoning. Things like blood relation is also a part of it. So know basics of analytical reasoning. Next is conditional reasoning. What is conditional reasoning? Here they give you some conditions of if, conditions of when, and all the information is not provided in the case. With all the questions, with every question, additional inputs, additional information is provided and you have to solve. So work on conditional reasoning. And that's it for DLR. So what we have done is DLR, we have focused on DI, solving all the varieties of DI, analytical reasoning and conditional reasoning. Why analytical and conditional reasoning? Because many of the cases in CAT are from this particular area. Let's come to the next area, which is VA. VA, verbal ability, devote 2 hours. Now, if I talk about VA of CAT, CAT VA is all about reading. If you are a good reader, you can crack it. If you aren't, forget it. So, start building your reading skills. If you have not started up till now, believe me, it's the time, because you can improve a topic of QA in few days, but you cannot improve your reading skills in few days. It will take months, and we have months right now, but pretty soon you will not have months. So work on your reading skills. What should you read? Read idea-based articles. Many students come to me and they say, I am reading this, that, but they are reading informational articles. Most of the passages are from idea-based articles. So read articles which are idea-based, where they give some opinion or an idea about something. Areas that you should focus, the first is history. In CAT, you normally find history passages. So read history. Read science. In CAT, we have seen passages from octopus. So what kind of strategies an octopus adopts to avoid preying, to avoid its hunting. We have seen passages from Saturn rings. So science, typical science is asked. Business and management. So as you are preparing for MBA, obviously, so they ask passages from business and management. Finance and economy, again a favorite area of theirs. Society and politics, and last is psychology. Well, I have not said philosophy. Rarely philosophy based passages are asked. Even if they ask philosophy, it is mixed with history or science or something. So philosophy will come if you will read articles from these areas. Now, we even share at 𝗪 what we do is we even share articles to students. I am myself is running a reading group where what I do is I daily share articles to students and ask them to write central idea. So what you should also do is write central idea, that is CI, of at least 2 articles. Why central idea? If you are able to find central idea, you can solve para-summary. Para-summary is what? Finding the crux of the paragraph. And central idea is what? The crux, the main point of the passage. Secondly, central idea based questions are asked a lot in RCs of CAT. So they can ask what is the main conclusion, what is the main argument, what the author is making a case for. So in all these questions, what is he asking? He is asking central idea. So central idea, you should do this, because if you are able to write central idea of an article, it is a short test that you have understood the article. So write central ideas. Apart from that, give at least 15 minutes to improve your vocabulary, because vocab will help you improve your reading skills. So work on your vocab. Point number 1. There is one more reason why you should work on vocabulary, because after CAT you will take other exams. You will take ZAT, you will take NMAT, you will take SNAP. In all these exams, vocab plays a role, does improve vocabulary. You will not be able to improve vocabulary after CAT, but you can improve English usage or grammar after CAT, so that can be done later. But focus on vocab right now. 15 minutes to vocab. And apart from that, solve at least 2 RCs per day. Again, focus on reading. So 2 RCs per day. And then also solve 10 questions of VA. VA is either para jumbles, para completion, or sentence variety, or para summary variety. So what should you do in this month is, first know basics of them. Basics will not take much time. For example, we also have certain courses online where we have videos where we tell basics of all these things. What is more important is practice. So start practicing. If you do not have a book, or if what you can do is you can buy some online courses. We also provide one. So in any case, find material, good material, from where you can find good questions to solve. Fine. Then comes July. That is the next month. As soon as July starts, we will tweak this strategy a bit. There will be an overall strategy. That is something that we will do for complete all the sections. What we'll do is we'll start taking sectional tests. You might say that we have not completed the whole syllabus of QA, whole syllabus of DLR. Believe me, you will never be able to complete whole syllabus any point in time of your preparation. So start taking tests right now. The more you will delay, the worse it will be for you. So start taking tests from the next month if you haven't started in this month. And if you are starting preparation this month, first basics, and next month start taking tests. So start taking mock tests as well, and a good analysis of it. Believe me, analysis is more important than taking a test. Many people just take tests and they don't analyze. They are not able to reap results, reap the benefits of solving a test. So not just solve test, analyze it. How to analyze, we'll certainly make a video for that as well. So watch that video for analysis of a test. But here, start analyzing it. That is, solve it again, make a good chart of it, where you did right, where you did wrong. We'll have a video on that as well. So start taking mock test in July, and the target is take 2 mock tests. Then comes QA. Now, what we should do is we should learn the basics of other topics like functions, PNC, that is permutation and combination, probability, trigonometry, coordinate geometry. Fine. So apart from that, logarithm. So we should work on improving basics of these topics as well. Fine. So this should be your target for July. Also, in July you should take sectional tests, as we just discussed. Take 2 sectional tests of QA. Hana? 2 tests per week. So what should we target? You have to take almost 8 sectional tests in July of QA. Even if you have not covered these things, start taking tests, because taking test will improve your test taking abilities. It will increase your speed and obviously accuracy. So start taking tests. Then comes DLR. In DLR, we'll take more topics to build the basics on. You should solve some case-based DI. This is the DI that they ask most in CAT. Apart from that, games and tournaments of LR. Many questions of games and tournaments are asked in CAT. Quant-based puzzles. This is the area. The recent focus of CAT is towards this quant-based puzzles. That is mathematical reasoning and some cases, merging each and everything. A bit of DI, a bit of math, and a bit of LR, everything together. So quant-based puzzles. Fine. They can give you equations, they can give you LR kind of situations, and some bit of analytical reasoning is also needed. Conditional reasoning is also needed. So it is a mix of everything, quant-based puzzles, that you should focus on. Fine. As we have discussed, start taking sectional tests. You have to take 2 sectional tests per week in the coming month. Fine. Okay. So next comes the next topic, which is VA. In VA, we'll focus on reading, as we have already discussed. So I have not mentioned all those areas. We have already discussed from what kind of articles you should read. 2 articles per day and write their CI. Give 15 minutes to improve vocab. This will be consistent till CAT. You have to do this. Fine. Start taking sectional tests, and here you have to take 4 sectional tests per week. Now you might say that I don't have these many sectional tests. You can create a test. Let's say if you have a book, 4 RCs, 2 parasymbols, 2 odd, 2 para completions, and 2 para summaries, and you have a test. So 4 RCs, 2 parasymbols, 2 odd sentence, 2 para summaries and 2 para completions, and you have a test. So you can always create your own test even if you have a book. So although we provide several sectional tests, if you are following any other resource, or if you are following a book, don't worry, create a sectional test of your own. But 4 sectional tests. Practice is what that will improve your verbal ability. So practice. Fine. Next comes the August. So after 2 months, what should you do? In August, we'll change the strategy a bit. We'll take sectional test, number 1. Number 2, we'll increase number of mock tests. Take 3 mock tests in that month. Fine. So we have increased number of mock tests. And as we have discussed, analysis is quintessential. Next, August. QA. Now we have worked on basics of almost all the important topics. No more basics. Then what? Practice. Apply 30 questions, moderate to advanced, of all areas. You can decide your areas, you can make your own chart. It hardly matters. You can start with arithmetic or you can start with geometry, whatever you feel like. But 30 questions per day and make a chart. Fine, that I have to, let's say I will devote 2 days for arithmetic, 2 days for this, make a chart for 2 months. In these 60 days, what you have to do is, you have to solve 30 questions, moderate to advanced, every day of a particular topic. How will it help? It will help you revise your basics. And not just that, you are solving some tough questions that you can find in CAT. Fine. So you require a lot many questions. Then solve all the questions of slots of CAT 17 and CAT 18. So you can find these slots on net. Otherwise, we certainly have on our site. Rather, we on in our course we also supply them. So what you should do is, even if you are not taking them like a test, solve questions. Fine. In our material, what we do is, we have added all those questions, and that's a part of our material. So, but if you are not following our material, it's okay, but solve them. I'm not saying to take them like a test, but start solving them. Why CAT 17 and 18 first? Because they are easy CATs. And if you will come nearer, you will find tough CATs. You will get one more reason later in the video. So, all the questions of CAT 17, 18 and all the slots. Take sectional test, 2 tests per week. That's it. That's it for QA. Then comes DLR. In DLR also similar strategy. You have to solve 4 moderate to advanced cases per day, 1 case of DI and 3 cases of LR. That's what you have to do every day. LR is all about practice. If you will practice it, you will develop your thinking skills, and thus that's important. Next is again all the questions from CAT 17, 18. Then comes sectional test, 2 section tests per week. That's what you should do of LR. Next is VA. In VA, we'll keep reading as we have discussed, so nothing changes here, but we'll solve questions from CAT 17, CAT 18, all the questions of CAT 17, 18 of VA. Sectional test, 4 tests per week. It remains the same. Fine. So August is applying whatever you have learned in the coming in June and July. That's what you should do in August, and similar thing you should do in September. So if you see, there is a symmetry between June, July are similar, and August and September are similar. So in September, sectional test, you should increase number of mock tests. Now plan 1 mock test every week, that is 4 tests. Build test taking strategy. This is important. Now we are reaching close to CAT. You should start thinking on your test taking techniques. We will certainly have a video related to this as well at a later stage, but this is the month when you should build your test taking strategy. That is, how are you going to approach the test? In VA, will you start with RC or will you start with VA? In the section of DLR, how will you find simple cases, or how many cases you will try to solve? In QA, which questions first, which questions later, or what? So these strategies you should start thinking on. And how will you come up with these strategies? By analysis of your mocks. That's why analyze the mocks well. Fine. Next, QA, it will be similar as I said. So everything is same as the last month. What changes is year, CAT 19 and CAT 20. Solve all the questions of all the slots of CAT 19 and 20 of QA. In DLR, you will do of DLR. So DLR also everything same. What changes is solve all the questions of CAT 19 and CAT 20. Fine. In VA, again everything remains the same, reading and all the questions of CAT 19 and CAT 20. Sectional test, 4 tests per week. So as I said, August and September will be similar. Then comes October. Now October is the month, a month before CAT. November end we will have CAT. So October. Overall, number 1, take sectional tests and then take mock test. Now here you should increase number of mock tests. Why? We are reaching close to CAT. You should increase number of tests. 6 tests. Number 1. Number 2, solve or rather take all the slots of CAT 21 and 22 as tests. In earlier cases, what I was saying, solve all the questions. Now what I am saying is, take them like test. How will they help? They are benchmarking. You will be able to benchmark yourself. Let's say how well you performed in a particular slot of CAT 21 will let you know where do you stand. We are close to CAT. Now you should benchmark yourself. So take this test for benchmarking yourself. It will help you know where do you stand. Fine. So all the slots of CAT 21 and CAT 22. Please do not ruin these slots. Preserve these slots so that you can take them later and benchmark yourself. Fine. Very important. Finalize the test taking strategy by October end. We will finalize it. Okay, I am going to take test like this, and I know I've tried and tested all other strategies. I'm going to take it like this. Freeze it. Do not change it even on the day of CAT. Fine. You should have faith in your strategy because you have devoted 2 months for building a strategy. Finalize it and freeze it. Fine. Then comes QA. Will increase the rigor by increasing the level of questions. Advanced questions. Only and only tough questions. Fine. So 30 questions, tough questions every day. Sectional test, increase it, 3 tests per week. And DLR, again 4 advanced cases. So we have increased the intensity of it. Sectional test, again more, 3 tests per week. In VA, reading and vocab remains constant. As I said, till CAT we should do this. Take sectional test, 4 tests per week. Everything remains the same here. In November, this is the month of culmination of your efforts, the month you are going to face the D-Day. So overall, what should you do? Take sectional test and many mock tests. 9 tests in complete month, that is 2 mock tests per week. And not just that, solve all the slots of CAT. There were 3 slots. So it will also give you 3 more tests. So 9 plus 3, you will have 12 tests. So 3 tests per week. Fine. That's what you should do. So every alternate day, you are taking a test. Analyze them thoroughly. Find your areas. Find areas where you require that revision and plan a focused revision this month. So let's say you feel like, okay, after trying a lot, I still feel I should revise basics of geometry, or let's say P and C, revise it. That's the time. But only focused revision. Do smart work. Do not do just hard work. Smart work. Smartly think in which areas you require revision. Only revise those areas. Fine. So do a focused revision. Do a focused revision in QA. 30 advanced questions as we did last month. Take sectional test, 2 tests per week, because we have already solved many mock tests. So you will not be able to take many sectional tests this time. So takes 2 sectional tests. In DLR, again plan a focused revision. If you feel like I wish to revise the strategies to solve games and tournament, or let's say conditional reasoning, revise it. Fine. Solve 4 advanced cases. Sectional test, again 2 tests per week. Fine. Then comes VA. In VA, what should you do is focus on reading. We have already discussed. Words, sectional test, 4 tests per week. In VA, it's all about practice. So we will not decrease sectional test here. 4 sectional tests every week. Fine. And that's it. Well, you must be wondering, what will you do after that? Obviously, you will take CAT. And there are certain things that you should keep in mind before taking CAT. That is, what should you do few days or 2 days, 3 days before CAT, and on that D-Day, we'll have a video of that, specifically that later. So till then, keep watching us, and please, these are very, very important strategies that we have made keeping you in mind, people who have started late or who have not put in a lot of efforts till now in their preparation. Use these strategies and believe me, you will get a very good percentile. Thank you so much.